Hey, it's Kyle with Midwest Aftermarket, and today we're going to be installing this TruXedo LoPro QT Soft Roll-Up Tonneau cover. We're gonna need a little help. Cory! Where is Cory? I can't even, oh, there he is. Wow, how'd you get in there, buddy? Let's do it. Step one, you're going to be taking your rail with the latch and putting it up on the driver's side. Now, the end with the latch is going to go towards the back of the truck, and you're going to know this is the driver's side because the other one doesn't have a latch. Now, you're going to put it level with the top of your rail right here, and Cory is going to be putting the clamp on. Say hi to the clamp. Hi, clamp. Cory's been working out a lot lately. Take a look at those forearms, huh? Like a modern day Popeye. Instead of spinach, he uses dip. Do you dip, Cory? Looks like the kind of guy that would dip, doesn't he? Kind of guy you'd be driving to a fishing trip with, and you'd have a can of Coke, and then he'd have a can of dip, and you'd pick up his dip can and take a big old swig of it. But you kind of like the taste of dip now, and you don't want to tell anybody because it's not socially acceptable. You can start hanging around bait shops waiting for guys to put their dip cups down just so you could have a swig of that sweet, sweet flavor. You get caught one day, you pass it off as an accident once, but by the second time, people know what's up. So you got to go see a psychologist, and he tells you there's nothing wrong with enjoying dip just because society tells you that you can't, Kyle. Next, we're going to be putting the back clamp on. Now, you're going to see this clamp here. You see this orange end at the bottom? That's going to be the front of the clamp. It's going to attach here, and the back clamp is going to go in the stake pocket. Now, I thought that the stake pocket was where you hid your T-bones and your New York strips and stuff like that, but apparently that's not the case. And what you're going to want is that to go right under the lip here, and then you're going to hold that up, and you're going to place it through the hole. Now, Cory usually has trouble finding the hole, but every now and then even a blind squirrel finds a nut, right, Cory? Beautiful. You know, for such a manly guy, you got feminine hands. Almost like a squirrel or a raccoon. You know how raccoons have those tiny little hands? You little raccoon hands, Cory. I'm not even sure why squirrels have hands. You ever tried shaking a squirrel's hand, Cory? Even at the end of a business deal, it's not a good idea. You more of a Coke or a Pepsi guy, Cory? I liked Coke myself. And the drink wasn't bad either. I have a problem. Then for the other side, you're going to do exactly the same thing. I know, it shocked me too. Okay. Yes. Want me to hold this here, Cory? Does it ever intimidate you that you're working with someone who's just so much more masculine and muscular than you in virtually every way? I didn't want to embarrass you on camera, but I thought you should know that I was hanging out, yesterday at the park and saw your beautiful family, and your son called me daddy. Now, I know that's going to be awkward for you. It's awkward for me, but I guess he had never seen such a masculine person in his life before. And he actually said, "Will you be my daddy now?" And I said, whoa, young Cory Jr., that's not a thing that you should be saying to another man. And he said, well, I just don't think that my daddy can provide for me in the way that you can. And then I said, that's really, really disrespectful to your father. And he said, my father wears women's underwear. Now, Cory, I'm not one to judge. Lord knows I've cross-dressed a time or two. Matter of fact, I'm wearing a hot pink G-string right now, right? But you're gonna have to straighten things up. It's a cross-dresser. Next, we're going to be putting the bulkhead seal right here on the bulkhead. Before we do that, though, we're cleaning it off with some isopropyl rubbing alcohol and a rag. That's just going to remove anything. It's going to help it stick better. Now, the isopropyl rubbing alcohol you should not drink, and especially not chug. Trust me on that. This does have a spray-on bed liner that's got kind of a rough surface, so we do recommend using an adhesive promoter to help it stick a little bit better. Now that we've got our adhesive promoter on there, we're going to be putting the bulkhead liner on. The best part about this is taking the adhesive strip off. All right, and we're going to be placing that closest to us, right? So lining it up against your rail here and just sticking it on like so. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Sticking on music. Sticking on music, we're sticking it on no matter what people tell us, even if they say we shouldn't stick it on, we're gonna stick it on, we're sticking it on. Guy down the street said, hey, you better not stick it on. I said, stick it up, you're sticking it on. Sometimes it gets a little crooked, that's okay, cause we're sticking it on. La-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. I went to college for sticking it on. Okay, just gonna stick it on a little bit more here. We're sticking it on. There we go. Sticking it on, and just a little bit. So close. Oh, don't stick yet. I want us to stick together. And we're sticking it on. Now, as our final step, we're simply going to take the cover, we're going to place it over here, and make sure that you have it sitting down in front of the tensioner, that silver screw-looking thing there. Once it's resting on there, you're going to see these slide latches. Just slide that latch on under the rail, and it clicks on, and you should be good to go. Now that it's attached, we're just gonna roll this guy out just like that. Boom, press it down, lift that up, and that is all set. Now, if you'd like to buy one of these bad boys, you can do so at MidwestAftermarket.com. And as always, if you have any questions, pick up the phone and give us a call. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this video. I am Kyle. We will see you next time.